Escape to the world of your dreams with Windows Mixed Reality and hardware from Acer, Dell, HP, Lenovo, and Samsung. You can escape the everyday into a world of imagination. Personalize your virtual home with great content and surround yourself with apps from 20,000 available titles. Pre-order your Windows Mixed Reality headsets now at firstlooks.tv/Microsoft.
So we have our next interview. Hi, I think we've seen that shirt before.
Of course.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen that before in my life.
How about you introduce yourself for the audience?
All right, so my name is Elijah Bond. I am on Masquerade, and I am the captain of the team.
Okay. Captain. Wow,
captain.
that's a big goal. How's that working out?
It's pretty good. You know, it's a new challenge. You know, seeing it from your freshman year and trying to work up to that expectation. It's a lot of fun, to be honest, just to take control of the team, you know, boss them around a little bit. It's really fun. Yeah, I'm loving it.
So are you a senior?
Yes, I'm a senior, but it's my third year in robotics.
Okay. And is it a requirement to be a senior to be the captain?
Not necessarily. There's many requirements that goes into the process to make you eligible. So one is like you have to take a safety test. You have to have a certain amount of community service hours. You have to fundraise a cerern amount of money. And you just have to have a leadership position in your team.
So did you have to like apply for this position, or like,
yes?
What was the process of
becoming
actually
a captain?
becoming the captain?
Okay, so basically at the end of the season, you have to sign a application basically saying what do you want to do, why you believe that you should have the position, and they review your information, see if you've been active in the team or not. And basically the old club leadership will take that in consideration if they've seen you participating. You know, gracious professionalism is a big thing. Yeah, so there's just many different factors that go into it. But it's basically the application and what you contribute to the team.
Okay. What are you contributing to your team now?
Well, right now I'm making sure that they get that robot up and running. We're wiring it up right now. I'm also the lead builder, so I have to kind of pass that role on to them. So I'm more like a mentor now. So I have to kind of step back but also make sure things are getting done. And I'm also a driver, so it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Nice.
So how far have you gotten in this competition?
It's been the game got released 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago. So Hurricane Irma kind of pushed that back. So like that week, we were just like brainstorming, talking on the phone, trying to figure out what's the best, you know, move for this game. And it was really interesting because not a lot of people were able to get on, so we had to kind of wait. But I think we'll be in good shape for the first comp.
Okay.
That would be good.
So you're still in the prototyping phase,
Yeah.
trying things out?
Yeah, but basically right now we just have a simple grabber that are connected to 2 servos, which is then connected to a drawer slide lift. Okay. So it's pretty basic, but I think it'll do us really good for the first comp.
And for people who don't know what the game is about for First Tech Challenge, can you describe it to us?
Okay, so this year's game, it's Relic Recovery. The basics of the game is collecting the glyphs, which are 6 by 6 inches in width and height. You want to place those glyphs inside of the crypto box. If you can have those glyphs in a certain order, you get more points. There's also an old element that's brought back to this year's game, which is the relic, and it's pretty big, I would say. But basically, you have to pick that up, and at the end of end game, if you can extend outside the perimeter of the field and place it into different levels, you get more points. So there's a lot of older elements that are brought back into this game, but it's really fun.
So,
Cool.
complexity level, how would you compare this season to the previous seasons that you've encountered?
On a scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
maybe 5. It's not that hard, to be honest. We just have to get our programming up and running, which is our big issue right now.
It's just different. And that's what the first tries to do with every competition. Not make it harder, but make it different, but still a challenge.
And it
'cause
still
that's what it
adds
is.
that complexity level of how do I do that?
Yeah.
Right.
And that's great.
Yeah.
They don't make it harder every year because there's always new teams coming.
Right.
Your
So-
team is a fairly old one.
Right, and there's always new teams that rise up and, you know, that take the position to, you know, do good out here
And what's your biggest challenge that you
right now.
foresee for the future
Programming.
program?
We
So-
really need help with programming and, you know, resources. That's just our biggest deal right now, just trying to get everything up and running. There's just a lot of software issues.
How many members do you have on your team?
Currently, we have 9 members. Our previous years, we had up to 15, which is our rescue year. That was the year that we also went to Worlds and placed 3rd place.
Okay.
Wow.
So we're kind of trying to build back up our reputation because, you know, Masquerade, it's known for its history. So as a captain, I take that as a challenge. So that's what I plan to do.
Okay. Okay. And how are your team members broken out into the different groups?
Okay, so basically each member, they say what they want to do. So if you want to CAD, if you want to drive, build, we take into what you can do and what you want to do. And then we assign each group a team member, which is the leadership, right? So for my position, I'm the builder. So a lot of people want to build, so I have to have like a big group. I also have to separate them into CADing and programming. So it's just based off of what you want to do, what can you do, and if you put in the time for it.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
And if there are members on your team who don't know as much as other members, what do you do to help them out?
Okay, basically we take them in, we show them the roots of everything. So let's just say programming. We have 2 members on our team that would like to program right now. And we have our main programmer. He just takes them through the steps. Okay, this is Android Studio. This is what we work with. We have 2 phones that connect to the robots. We use Java. So they just take it step by step each day at the practices.
So what are you doing here at ROBOTICON?
Right now we are currently finishing the wiring. We're trying to test our gripper mechanism, and we're just connecting with other teams, you know, trying to get out there and be more gracious and, you know, social with other teams. So
That's always a good thing.
yeah.
How many freshmen do you have on your team?
We have 2 freshmen right
2
now.
freshmen?
Yeah.
And how are they adapting to
They're
the-
adapting pretty well, actually. Yeah, so our one programmer, he's really interested in building, so he's been coming to every practice, you know, messing with stuff. It's almost like you're babysitting in a way,
Yeah.
because you're like, okay, don't touch that, but okay, I'll show you what to do. So they're really interesting.
Okay.
Wow.
I feel like that's really exciting to see like that initiative so early.
Yeah.
You just know that they might become the next captain.
Right. It's
or
like you see yourself in them
Yeah.
almost. So it's like, wow, that was me at one point. So
Yeah.
I really want to see that, you know, progress forward.
That's
You
awesome.
sure you're a high school student? Because you sound really mature right now.
Yeah, you're super mature.
I get that a lot, actually, yeah.
That's probably why you were made president. Oh,
Yeah.
so how is it here seeing all the other competitions, like the first Robotics and first Lego League?
It's overwhelming, actually. Like all the little kids jumping around, dancing. It's amazing. And then seeing FRC, our FRC team here, it's really fun. I like
That's
it.
cool. Yeah, because Masquerade's part of the Middleton, and we have talked to your robotics club president. We got to talk to
Right.
her, Erin. And so she was telling us how you guys help each other. It's a real community.
Right. So on another note on that, we also had a brainstorming session, right? So we had our FRC leadership, we had FTC, our VEX. So basically all of Middleton was at our practice, and we were helping each other with prototyping, ideas. It was really good to see everyone connect, because in recent years it was more like a rivalry between 2 FTC teams, like, oh, that's our sister team, but it's really like we're trying to help each other. So I want to kind of help change that.
I had a question. So, like you mentioned and brushed over a little bit, you guys have 2 teams at your school.
2 FTC teams.
And how do you know like which team to join when you're
When
A
you're
freshman.
freshman, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question. So we take them through training, basically, and show them what FTC is. And when it's time to assign them to our team, we take into consideration what does the team need, what can this person contribute, what other clubs are they doing, so that you can have many active members instead of, you know, people who are doing FBLA, TSA. So it's just basically they choose, or actually we choose most of the time, but you have a preference on what you want to do.
Oh,
And what
so
team.
how did you? Well, then you were like chosen to be on Masquerade,
Mhm.
right? So did you like have a preference of which one you wanted to be on, or?
Yeah, I wanted to be on Masquerade, mostly because the captain of the team during that time was like my best friend, and we were really friends. And he was like, "Yeah, so join my team." So when he saw
Was
my
this
name,
bias?
it could
did they
be.
choose you
It
for
could
their
be.
team?
But we had a lot of members that year, so yeah. So he was just like, "You should join FTC," and I was like, "What's that?" And he was like, "Well, this is our robot," and I was like, all right, it looks cool, so why not? So I joined, and I just took off running. I really love it. This actually changed my career interest. So
Oh, how so?
very much so. Before I wanted to work with, you know, phones and, you know, put together phones and laptops. I took a class called digital electronics in school, and I'm like, this is not what I want to do. So then I joined robotics, and I was like, wow, I'm kind of good at this. I like this, so I'm gonna continue on to pursue this. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
It is.
So, being a senior, do you have any goals for colleges, or like what are you looking for?
I'm looking to basically find the right college for me that can help pursue my career. I don't want to just get a job and go work somewhere. You know, I want to have a career or something I love to do.
Yeah.
So this year, you know, I want to finish off with my team, but I will come back and mentor them, of course. But I want to find the right college and place that I can actually pursue. And I just want to make connections. You know, they're always, like it said, it's not what you know, it's who you know. So.
Yes, that is the biggest thing
Right.
for competitions and jobs and stuff.
How many mentors does your team have?
We have 3 right now.
3 right now?
Yeah, we're looking for more, so
Yeah.
we really need the help.
How many of those mentors, how many of them are alumni?
0.
0. Okay.
Zero.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Mostly parents, I should say.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so after you graduate, you want to come back as a mentor?
Yeah, I will come back and definitely see how the team is doing, you know, help them wherever I can.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And it is. It's once you're in first, you're always going to be
Yeah,
in first.
it's hard to get out. You can't break it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep. And whatever college you choose, I hope that there's a first alumni club there.
Oh, yeah.
And if not, you have to make one.
I will definitely do that. I can't be away for robotics too long.
I mean, this one's speaking.
I got
the
made
president.
the president here at USF. I'm the president of the first alumni club here.
Nice.
It just got, I actually had to restart it, so I'm like president of like now 2 weeks.
How was that?
So it's great, yeah. Most of the people who are involved in the club are here volunteering at the event, so
Nice.
that's one
Awesome.
big thing. Yeah,
Cool.
it is. Yeah, a lot of volunteers here. Green shirts, most of them are from USF, not this one.
I go to Florida Polytechnic University, which
And you're hearing us say these names for a reason, by the way, because
Yeah.
there's a really good fit.
I was actually looking at Polytech. I think
Yeah.
it looks pretty cool.
yeah, it's a very good school. It's really tight knit.
Mhm.
Like, you know everybody because it's really small, but it's a great learning experience. And the class sizes are relatively small too.
Really?
So it's kind of like almost like high school, but like with the college like slap down on you. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta get those grades.
You know it. But if you have any questions about it, you can talk to me afterwards or connect with me.
Okay. will do.
And saying that you're always looking for mentors, how can people find out more about your team?
All right, so we have a website. It's called MiddletonRobotics.org. We also have a Twitter, Facebook, and a YouTube channel. And the Twitter page is Masquerade FTC. And the Instagram page is also Masquerade4997.
So thank you so much,
No
and
problem.
good luck with the season.
Thank you.
Have fun at ROBOTICON.
All right.